Hello everybody, welcome back to part 8 of the Smaug tutorial. So far you should have your head, roar, and your 2 back feet, and your 2 wings done. In this portion we will be beginning his neck. So let us do that. So first we're going to be working on some wide black spikes that are on the side of his neck. So grab your black and just follow me. We're taking 2 bands at a time as usual. Oops. By the way, you should have your loom set up in 5 rows. They are in the rectangular format. Okay, we're capping off with a black, wrapping it around the peg, creating 4 loops. Then we're going to take 2 blacks and stretch them across these 3. Right, grab your hook, let's loop this. Grabbing the top 2 bands, looping them, going behind your horizontals and grabbing the top 2 there. Okay, then we're just going to loop up all the rows. Alright, grab your random colored bands and we're going to tie off all 5 ends. Once you've made this, you're going to go back and make a second one. You can make it the same exact way you just made this one. You do not have to mirror it. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to be working on other spikes. So grab your black again. We're taking 3 blacks at a time. And then we're going to double loop twice. Then you're going to cap off the end, wrapping it around the peg, creating 5 loops. You're going to make 3 of these. You can put them on a holding hook or tie them off, up to you. I have my holding hook here, so I'm just going to put it on there. Alright, once you've made those, we're going to make some tiny spikes. So all we're doing is taking a black, double looping it, taking a second one, double looping, and capping off with a third one, again wrapping it around the peg, creating 5 loops. You want to make 4 of these. And again, you can put it on a holding hook. So make 4 of those guys. And then we're going to make 2 medium spikes. So take your black 3 at a time. Or 3 just one time, actually. And then we're going to double loop twice. Okay, these you want to make 2. Just 2 of these guys. And once you've done that, then we can work on the actual neck portion. Alright, so we're taking 2 black at a time, going down the middle. Alright, now I'm going to take a black and a burgundy each time. So black and burgundy on this row. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this row here. Black and burgundy each time. Ah, get out of there. Alright, and now we're just going to do 2 burgundies at a time down both of the edges. Alright, grabbing 2 burgundies, we're going to go across all 5 pegs with them. Okay, now we're going to grab our head. We have 3 loose ends at the end. We're going to turn it into 5 loose ends so that we can connect to the 5 ends of the neck, and he doesn't have this really random skinny spot on his neck. So pretty much just go through some of the bands on each side. So it doesn't really matter which ones. Just go through some bands on each side and then grab 2 burgundies. Pull those through those bands and then tie your loose end. So then we have 4 loose ends, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And here's our 5th loose end. Alright, great. So before we attach it, let's attach our spike thingy-majiggies. So first we're going to start with the big black ones with the 5 loose ends. Actually, no. Let's do that after. I just figured out an easier way. Attach your head. Oh, by the way, with my head, what I did to make him look angry was I stuck a band through the tip of the eyebrow and pulled it through. So it kind of brought the eye down and gave him an angry look if you wanted to do that with yours. Alright, so we are attaching the 5 loose ends. So obviously in order. Make sure you get the loops around the pegs. Very, very important. Okay, now we're going to loop up the 2 sides, just the all burgundy rows we're looping up. Alright, so let's do that. One of my loops came off here. Alright, anyway, just looping up. Okay, alright, now take your big black spikes. You're going to turn it so the wider, or the longer end is facing that way. And we are going to be attaching this to these 5 pegs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so let's go through the first loops here. Go through the second set. Third set. Fourth set. And 5th set. Alright, grab the other one. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, make sure the longer end is up at the top. Oops, this way. Alright, so attach short end here. Okay, now we're going to take our tiny spikes, the 4 tiny spikes that we made. We're going to put one right here, the 3rd peg from the top, same row that we put the large black things on. And the next one's going to go right here. And same thing on the opposite side. Make sure they're facing the opposite direction. So one here, facing that way. One here, facing the same way. Okay? Alright, we can loop up those 2 rows, so the 2 burgundy black rows. Alright, and now we're going to loop up twice the middle. So 1, 2. Get those loose bands out of the way. We're going to attach one of the longer of the remaining black spikes, okay? Attach it so it is curving upward. Alright, it is curving this way. Alright. Loop up twice. Again, attaching another of the larger spikes. Same thing, it's curving upward. Loop up twice and attach the final large spike. Okay, loop up twice, attach one of the medium spikes, loop up twice, and attach the last one. Alright, we are going to tie off these ends. And we can pull this off. You can then push the spikes up to the top. Alright, and once you've done that, you can take off the loose band, or the tying bands, all the ones except the ones at the end here. Alright. Roar! And then you can move on to the next portion of the video. Okay? So I will see you over there.